Oh, all right, guys. Welcome back to another video. Recently posted some content on the OnePlus 13, giving you that over a year later type of video. Still love that phone. We'll continue to keep it in rotation. And now, after what I'm seeing officially from OnePlus with the 15, it's definitely a keeper. So if you don't have the OnePlus 13, I highly recommend you go for the OnePlus 13. I wouldn't say go for the 15. It's delayed right now already. On launch day, it's postponed. And there's just a notify me button. So you'll see a lot of people on the internet that already have it, that were sent review units or sent the phone for review. And you probably get a mixed bag. Now, I haven't watched any of these videos, but the OnePlus 15 looks promising. But like I said in the other video I put out, I think I like this hardware on the 13 better. And then one of the main things I think that's going to take away from me not to get the OnePlus 15 is one big thing. Two things. Well, no, three things, I think. Now I'm counting them down And I think I might have talked about all of these in the previous video. So, the first thing is the alert slider. They've taken away the alert slider, just officially took it away. And they've gone the way of the action button type deal. And, that's fine. I don't use the action button or the side button for anything but vibration anyway. I don't like quick launching apps and things like that. I just use it for vibration on the smartphones. And then knowing that you don't have the ability to just switch it how you want quickly, silent ring, vibrate, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world for smartphones, but it's kind of like that exclusive thing that OnePlus had. And they've taken it away. They've gone away from it. This isn't the first time they've taken away the alert slider, but they've gone away from it again. So no worries. The next thing is the hardware itself. This is another deterrent for me. I prefer the current hardware. The new hardware looks too much like the Pixel Fold on the rear. And the new Pixel Fold 10 Pro Fold, it looks too much like that. And that's not a bad thing, but it just reminds me too much of a Pixel Fold on the rear. And then the hardware itself doesn't have that flair. It doesn't have that pizzazz, that ooh-wee. It just doesn't have it. Like, looking at that hardware, it looks boring. It actually looks like they're going backwards, but it's personal preference. Some of you are going to love the look of this phone, and some of you guys are not going to love the look of it. So it's all about what you like. It's always coming down to that. This is just my perspective on it. Agree to disagree, whatever you want to do. And I think the current hardware on the 13 is probably the best looking OnePlus, one of the best looking OnePlus devices brought out, especially you have the different color combinations on there. So, and the deep red OnePlus Open is just really sick. And just the OnePlus Open in general looks really good. And again, for reference, I'm recording with the OnePlus Open. You probably should see a little tag or something down in the corner over there, or one of these corners. And that label is for my car channel, the E all-wheel drive. That's for my car channel, if you don't know. But I feel like one major thing for me that might be a deterrent is no more Hasselblad. That's kind of a deal breaker for me, because I really enjoy strong video. I think the photos have to be right. Now, I haven't had any hands-on time with this, but knowing what I have now, I don't know that they could probably taken away the Hasselblad portion of it. Because remember what my gripe was over the years with OnePlus. It's always been cameras. They've always said that their cameras were great, and their cameras always fell short of every other camera on the market. And so now they're going, maybe the partnership with Hasselblad ended. I don't know. But because they haven't made any announcements, OnePlus haven't made any announcements whether it's ended officially or not. But knowing that I don't see any hint of Hasselblad on the phone, that's a huge red flag for me. And this is an easy pass for me, not having Hasselblad. I don't really care for the hardware too much. No alert slider, and no Hasselblad. That's kind of those to me make up the OnePlus. The Hasselblad deal really helped them. It helped them a lot. It took their cameras to the next level, like where it should have been to begin with. But knowing that there's no more Hasselblad, or assuming officially there's no more Hasselblad, I'm sure you guys will find the article or the write-up or something like that saying, yes, they've taken it away. But other than that, man, I mean, it's probably a solid phone. It has a 1,300 more milliamps than this phone. I'm saying this phone, than my 13. Has 1,300 more milliamps than the 13. It's got better internals on paper. It's got more RAM, a faster RAM, all these different things. But it just comes down to me, the main characteristics of a phone is the battery life good? That should be like at the top of your list. And it will be good because they have 80 watt charging for US market and 100 watt for everybody else, other countries that can handle the outlets. And they have 50 watt charging still wirelessly. So I don't have to have this very blazing fast charging. It already charges fast for what it is. But that's kind of, it's got fast charger, it's got a bigger battery, some good internals. It's probably gonna be a solid phone. Whether I think it's worth buying over the 13, I don't know. The faster internal, the faster RAM, more RAM, all these different things, that only means something to a person who's going to be it's going to be beneficial to, and that is a small number of people who have smartphones. Some people don't even push their phones to the limits and they have a lot less than that. So also having 165 hertz refresh rate, when gaming, that's cool. But I don't game on smartphones anyway. So, okay. So the phone it seems like it seems like they're doing a Pixel. It sounds so bad when I say it, but it sounds like they're doing a Pixel move. They're just bringing out a phone to bring it out because they feel like they need to push out another smartphone. Well, I think OnePlus should have done, and that's saying that, meaning there's not really any kind of changes worth buying over the previous gen or giving up my current phone. So I think OnePlus should have stuck with what was working for them. The OnePlus Open, when it came to the US, it went everybody loved that phone. Why they wouldn't follow up on it is beyond me. Maybe it didn't sell very well, but the people who have it, all of us who have it, know it's phenomenal. I think they should have capitalized on that. I know you're going to bring out another OnePlus, but maybe the Fold, their OnePlus Open just didn't sell. It wasn't profitable. It wasn't lucrative for them. So maybe that's why they didn't do it. But I think that would have been a better, knowing what the OnePlus 15 is. I'm happy that I have a OnePlus Open, the original version. I'm happy that I have the OnePlus 13. And I just feel like these two phones, I don't know if OnePlus can top those in the US market. I'm sure they could if they bring some of the phones that they have from the Oppo brand over here, like the Oppo Find. I mean, come on, man. Those phones are just solid phones. Bring some of these phones to the US market with all the bands that are needed for the US market. And I think it's going to be just one of the best. It's just going to be good for OnePlus. The OnePlus 15 is probably a great phone. I don't see the intrigue. It has nothing to do with it being postponed. Things happen. It could be anything. It could be an approval fail back or something like that. It could be anything. That's not really the thing. The issue is that the things that I feel like because some people are going to trade in. So if a person is thinking about trading in their OnePlus 13 for the 15, I'm not going to say don't do it. I'm just going to say I won't be doing it. I didn't even trade in to get the 13 because some of the previous generation OnePlus phones were just really good. So I decided to keep them, store them away. So I feel like, if you're excited about the OnePlus 15, go for it. If you don't have a 13, I would probably advise you might want to check out the 13. It's actually really good. And then if you it's not even about if you like it or not. Today's world, again, is a social world. So everybody's posting videos of themselves. Everybody's posting videos of everybody else. Everybody's taking photos. Everybody's vlogging. Every time you see somebody, they're doing this, vlogging themselves or vlogging with their friends or just whatever. And if you're going to use a phone, you want to have a phone that's actually going to work for you. So the OnePlus 13 is definitely still a very solid option. And I don't have any hands-on with the 15. and I probably won't buy that phone. It'll have to be a deep discount or some kind of, or they send me one to review, which I doubt they'll do. OnePlus hates me. For some reason, they never support my channel. But all good though. I still have purchased all the OnePlus phones. This phone though, knowing that there's probably no Hasselblad, I'm not really a fan of the hardware and no alert slider. I can stick with my 6,000 milliamp hour silicon battery. That one has a 7,300 milliamp hour battery, more RAM, more powerful, all these different things. But I don't know. I don't think it's worth the upgrade for me to go to the 13 to the 15. Yeah, I guess. It's your man Jay. What do you think? Do you think you should trade in, or would you trade in your 13, or would you trade in any of the previous models to go to the 15? I personally think the 13 is a keeper. If you have it, keep it. That's what I would advise if you were to ask me, because I get a lot of questions. Should I? No, keep your OnePlus 13. But if you don't have the OnePlus 13 and you don't have the 15, I would probably say go check them both out if you can. But if not, go with the 13. I'll see you in the next video. It's your man Jay. Take care.